What's up, guys? My name is Tai Zen. Welcome to the cryptocurrency.market channel. This is a trading, investing, entrepreneurship channel. And in this video, guys, I want to talk about something I recently experienced in Southeast Asia. And when I say recent, like in the last 3 months or so. And it culminated in the last couple of days. Okay, matter of fact, I just had my child delivered, my third child delivered at the Bumringlad International Hospital, one of the best hospitals in the world to go and get medical treatment. It's definitely the biggest medical tourist hospital here in Southeast Asia. So if you guys need any medical treatment or procedures, I would highly recommend you guys check it out. Okay, so it's on the last day of my stay at the hospital, my wife and I, it was the day of December 22nd, okay? Now, I want you guys to pay attention to something. The number 22nd does not mean anything in the Western countries, okay? But in the Eastern countries, the number, anytime you have, I want you guys to think of it like in poker, all right? If you have one ace in poker, like if you have a ace in poker, it's valuable. I mean, if you have like a deuce in poker, it's valuable. But if you have two, right? I mean, it has no value. But if you have two deuces, it may it's valuable. If you have three deuces, it's even more valuable, and four deuces is even more valuable. And then it also goes up. Like 4 threes would be more valuable than a 2, 4 5s or 4 8s or 4 9s would be more valuable than the numbers below it, right? With the ace being the highest, okay? In Southeast Asia, they have this belief, okay, from the zodiac, from the feng shui, from the superstition that they have here, where the numbers, if your kids are born on the 22nd, on the 11th, the 22nd, the 33rd, the numbers like that, it's more valuable and the child is more lucky. So before the Southeast Asians here, before they deliver their child, right? Now, the poor people, they can't do very much about it, but the wealthier people, what they'll do is they go consult with a quote-unquote birth a delivery expert, all right, that knows the Asian, the Thai calendar, or the zodiac, or the Cambodian calendar or zodiac, the Vietnamese calendar, its zodiac, the Chinese calendar. So whatever countries they're in, or whatever nationality they are, they look at their respective zodiac calendars to see when is the best time for their child to be born, the best day, the best hour, the best minute, the best second. So what happens is they will actually, the people here will actually have these schedule. It's very common for the Bumringlad International Hospital here to schedule deliveries all at one time. So on the 21st of December, there were only about 12 babies. I think it was either 4 or 12 babies that were born that day, right? And they average about a dozen babies that are delivered here, according to the nurses that I talked to. They deliver a dozen babies a day. That's not a big deal to them. Okay, that's like low volume. Okay, high volume is when they have like 4 or 5 dozen in one day. And on the 22nd, I asked them before we left the hospital. I asked the nurse if they were going to be busy that day, and she said, "Yeah, today." No, on the 21st. Right, the night before the 22nd, I asked the nurse if they were going to be busy tomorrow, and she said yes, they're going to be. That's going to be probably the busiest day in the entire month for them. And I asked them, "How do you know that? How do you know that there are going to be a lot of moms delivering that day?" And she said, "Well, they schedule it in advance, right?" And she said that we have to bring in extra nurses for that day because they're going to have like 4 or 5 dozen moms come in and deliver their kids all in the same day. And I asked, why would they do that? And she said that because they believe that if they deliver it on the 22nd, it's luckier than the other days in December, right? So this is very astonishing to me. And even though that is a part of my Vietnamese culture also, right? that is not something that I subscribe to or believe in, because I grew up in the West in America, right? Many of you guys know I came to the West, as a Vietnamese refugee, one of the boat people after the war. Grew up in picking fruit and vegetables out in the field in my elementary school years, and then working in the sweatshops in my middle school years, and working in the ship docks, right, at the high school years, okay? And then, hustled on the streets, right? Got in trouble for drugs, went to prison, came out, had to rebuild my life before I was able to become financially free and retire early, okay? So, despite all this had happened to me, right, in America, I do not believe or subscribe to all these superstitions and all this stuff, okay? All this, what I call metaphysics, okay? Because there's no way for me to verify and prove it that that's going to be true, that if my son was born on the 22nd versus the 21st, that he's going to grow up to be healthier, wealthier, and wiser, okay? Now, this superstition also applies to license plates, phone numbers, and a lot of things in Southeast Asia, okay? For example, if you go to Vietnam and you see a business that has a 1111 phone number, or a 2222 phone number, or a 555, the higher that number gets, the more expensive it costs. Like, I've seen online where they were selling business phone numbers that had a 9999 and then 9999 for $500,000 US dollars. And let me say that again, for $500,000 US dollars. Those phone numbers are not cheap, okay? So if you go to a business in Southeast Asia, especially in Vietnam, where you see a business phone number where it has multiple consecutive numbers, right? And those numbers not only represent like feng shui or zodiac or superstition, it also represents lucky, winning, gambling numbers, okay? So there are certain gambling card games that they play in Southeast Asia where those are the lucky numbers where you win everything when you come up with those numbers in your cards. So that belief also transfers into everything else they do. So the dates for the hospitals, the license plates numbers. So like, for example, I have one of my channel followers where he bought a new car, and his license plate was 2222, 4 twos in it, and it cost him an extra $15,000 to get those plates. However, when he goes out into the world, all the business people know that this guy is financially successful, or else he wouldn't be able to afford those license plates like that, okay, and buy that from the government. And the girls that see him also are attracted to him because they know that only guys with money can afford to get those types of license plates. Those types of, in America, we call them vanity plates, okay? But in Asia, those license plate numbers and those phone numbers are things that people consider when doing business and trying to make life-changing money, okay? Now, the reason why I talk about this, and I share this with you guys, right, is that I don't believe in none of that stuff. Okay, I don't believe in it. Nobody on my team believes in it. The reason why we don't believe in any of that superstitious stuff, the superstition and the zodiac, the feng shui, any of that, it's not because we don't believe that it's real, or we don't care if it's real or if it's not. Okay, we don't care if it's true or not. We don't care if there's scientific evidence to prove that it works or if it doesn't work. We don't care about none of that on our team. The reason why we don't care about that is because when our minds believe in the superstition, in the zodiac, the feng shui, and all that stuff, right? The feng shui translate to English is the wind and water method. And that's people check to see where the stars align, the furniture, the house, the way the sun rays come into your house, your property, and just lots of stuff, right? To increase your probability and your odds of creating wealth and prosperity in your life, right? We don't believe in none of that stuff on our team because believing in superstition, zodiac, lucky charms, things like that, puts the responsibility outside of ourselves. So if I believe that, hey, if I do this on the 22nd of the month, if I do this on January the 11th of 2011, so it's 11111 month, year, date, time, everything like that, what I'm doing is I'm putting the responsibility for me to make the life-changing profits outside of me. I'm not taking responsibility and doing it for myself. I am not the one that's going to get off my butt and go do it, because now I'm blaming it on them. Okay, now this also applies in the West, where I see a lot of people that are poor and they're praying to God that they hit the lottery number. They're praying to Allah that they make more money. They pray to God and all this stuff, right? On our team, we don't believe in any of that stuff. And let me say it again, and I want to make it clear so that you guys don't troll me in the comments or anything like that. I don't want to give ammunition to the trolls here, okay? It's not that we don't believe in these, Christian ideas or these Muslim or Islamic ideas or these Buddhist ideas or any of that stuff, okay? The reason why when it comes to making money that we get off our ass and go do everything that we can to make that life-changing money is because now we are accepting responsibility, right, for what our financial outcome is going to be. The more that we rely on superstition, the more that we pray to God or to Buddha or to Allah about it, the more that we are putting responsibility on something outside of us, okay? There's nothing wrong with, making sure that you get off your ass and doing everything you can to create the life-changing money for your family, and then praying to God to help you on top of that, praying to Allah, to Buddha, and then wearing lucky charms and doing all this other stuff on top of it. But the foundation, the core of creating life-changing finances is you getting off your ass, getting educated on how, large sums of money is made and how other people have done it and learn from them, okay? And then going out there and getting off your ass and doing it. And if you make mistakes, if you lose money or anything like that, to accept responsibility for it. That's the key, guys. Accept responsibility. Don't be like these soft-ass millennials and these soft-ass social justice warriors out there who want to blame everybody for everything and don't take responsibility. When I first came to America, right, in the late 70s and the early 80s, one of the things that I really loved about America was that everybody kept saying that follow your dreams. Go out there and make your American dreams happen, right? And when we say make your American dreams become a reality, what that means is that you have to accept responsibility for that, get off your ass, and go out there and do it. You got all these guys out there, right? All these millennials and all these soft-ass justice warriors, social justice warriors, that don't want to take responsibility for their actions, okay? When they make a mistake, or when they fail or something, they want to bitch, cry, and complain and ask for somebody else's handouts. They want to come and make me and Leon and the rest of our team pay more tax money so they can freeload off of the government instead of taking responsibility for themselves, okay? So I invite you guys that if you are one of those people that are into superstitious stuff, zodiac stuff, or any of that garbage, okay? I have not seen any evidence where any of that stuff creates life-changing money or life-changing profits in anyone's life, okay? If you guys see it and you guys have evidence that, wearing a rabbit's foot or, making a trade on the 22nd of each month, on the 11th of each month, is a lucky time to make money or something, and you have a large sample size, please send it over. I will be happy to look at it. And if the stuff has a high probability of success and it works, I will take a look at it and consider it, okay? But until then, I do not know, and I do not know anyone that knows how to make life-changing money off of believing in stuff where the responsibility is outside of you, okay? Take responsibility for making life-changing money in your life to help your family, and you'll go much further, okay? And if you guys like these types of videos where I talk about these things, about taking responsibility for your life to make life-changing money in your life, go to www.cryptocurrency.market/blueprint. Check out our blueprint there. I think we got a holiday sale going on, right? Check it out. Get you a copy and learn from our mistakes so that you don't make those mistakes yourself, right? Learn from other people who have created life-changing money in their lives, and they've been able to duplicate that with other people and give you the highest probability of success, right? And learn from it instead of believing in lucky charms, rabbit's foots, or any lucky days or trying to hit the lottery. Okay, all that stuff means that you are putting the responsibility of making the life-changing money on someone else and something else outside of you. Accept responsibility, get educated, learn from other people's mistakes like ourselves, right? And create that life-changing money for yourself and for your own family. If you like these types of videos, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. I'll stop making them, right? I'll see you in the next video. And be sure to subscribe to our channel. A bunch of you guys are watching our channel, but you guys are not subscribed to it. I'm not sure why. But if you're watching this video and you like the content that I'm sharing with you, if you like the mistakes that I'm sharing with you so that you don't make them, right? Remember, it's always easier to go through the landmines, okay, after someone's already been through it, okay? We've had a bunch of toes blown off. We've had a bunch of foots blown off on our team from different people from making mistakes. There's no reason for you to make them and repeat them yourselves, okay? Especially when we've already made it and talked to you about it, okay? So thanks for watching this video. Follow me on Twitter at HeyTaiZen, and I'll see you guys in the next video.